Hi everyone and welcome back to Plan My Disney Holiday. I'm Steve and I want to share with you things that I learned while I was on board the Disney Magic this summer as part of the Disney UK staycation. So first off, what I want to say is I've been trying to do this video now for quite a few months. I did it as a hints and tips video and I just wasn't confident with it. I filmed another one and I just wasn't happy with the setup. I just wasn't happy with the way the video turned out. So I just want to bring out good content. The hints and tips video I wasn't happy with because I've only done one cruise and I don't feel like I'm in a place to be the most knowledgeable person. I'm still learning about the Disney cruise. So this is why I'm slightly changing it. It's going to be what my experience was, what I learned, and maybe you might pick something up from that, but I just want to share my experience. So let's get to it. So the first thing I would do differently is, before I'd even boarded, is take something to do. Pack of cards or a travel game, maybe like Heads Up on my phone or something like that, just to keep me entertained. The Wi-Fi we're at Southampton wasn't the best, so therefore I have got games on my phone like Balloons and Magic Kingdoms, but they weren't really working. I think I would take cards, I would take travel games, I would have things to entertain myself while I was waiting to board the ship. I also would take food and drink. There was very limited options for, well, there was no food options and there was a water fountain for drinks. And I was really warm. I was getting hungry. It was a long trip beforehand. It was a few hours drive down. So having some food, having some drinks with me probably would have put me in a better mood. I wouldn't have been I wasn't angry. I was just a bit like, I'm thirsty. I really want to get on board. I want to get a drink. I really want to get some food. That's one of the main things I will do differently, is I would take something to keep me entertained and keep me snacks and drinks beforehand. So it's even before I've boarded the ship, I just want something to entertain myself. But this video isn't just going to be about things that I would do differently. There is things that I would keep exactly the same. And one of the first things that I will keep exactly the same is, if I see something in the shops, I am going to get it there and then. So for example, we picked up this butter knife on the Disney Magic on the first night when we were there. On the second night when we returned back to the shop, that knife had sold out. There was no more in stock. So if I see something in the shop, I am definitely going to get it. If I see something I like, I want, I'm going to pick it up there and then. We did actually miss out on getting a Christmas ornament that we liked the look of, but we were like, we'll leave it for the time being. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll have a look. And it had gone. So we did miss out on some items that we were interested in, both me and my wife, and we missed out on it because we decided to just wait a day. The thing I would keep the same is I would not miss out on picking something up like I did with that butter knife. If I see something I like, I'm going to get it. Something that I would do differently on my trip next time is more time. I would book a longer trip. Would mean that it would be more money, but I think that would probably be better. I'm going to come back to this a few times. A few of my points sort of tie into having a longer trip. It just gives me more time, better. I'm not feeling as rushed and I can do more. Just having that extra day, having that extra time probably would be a really huge benefit. I'll come back to that. I'll keep coming back to that point about having a longer trip. But yeah, definitely something I will do differently is book a longer trip. Something that I would definitely keep the same next time is bringing a battery pack with me. This was essential to having it in our luggage. I'm so glad we brought one with us. You use your phone a lot on the Disney cruise, and it's not just playing games and not just keeping yourself amused. It's actually taking photos of food, characters, of the just scenery and just what is all around you. You just take so many photos. And it's not just that. The Disney Cruise Line app is vital. It has a great map on board. We used it so many times when we were just unsure about where to go. We used the map for that. We used the app to also help us with what events was coming up, what we could do during the day. And it's definitely so critical that I had that battery pack with me so that I could keep my phone charged up throughout the day. Definitely something that I'll keep the same next time is keeping a battery pack with me. The thing I would do differently on my next cruise would be turning up to events early. I would also say that I would also put an expectation on what I can do. So there was quite a few events that I really was interested in doing, and we'd turn up and there was a queue and the cast members were like, look, sorry, the amount of people that are here, this is going to be the maximum amount of people we can have in this event. So we missed out on animation classes, there was quizzes that we missed out on. So if we turned up earlier to those events, then yeah, we would have probably been able to do more. We going by the notification, I think when it was 10 minutes before the event, let's say the 10 minutes before the animation class, we got up and started to go there, but like I said, it was full already. So waiting till the last minute to do something wasn't the best idea. I've learned that if I want to do something for certain, I have to be there maybe 30 minutes beforehand. I don't know what other people's experiences were on board. Maybe it's slightly different. We did have a day at sea which was very wet, it was very chilly, so a lot of the indoor activities were very popular on that day at sea. So maybe that might have an influence if I go during a hotter time of the year, but then July is supposed to be a hot time of the year, August is supposed to be warm. You never know with British weather, do you? Anyway, gone off topic there. I don't know what other people's experiences were. If you found that you could turn up just before an event started and it would be fine, or you had to actually wait 30 minutes beforehand to get into an event, I'd love to know what your experiences were, and just to know for my next cruise. I definitely, again, this ties into a longer trip. Having more time, I could probably be able to do more. I felt extremely rushed. One of my big setbacks, one of the things I would do personally differently is the expectation of that I will not be able to do everything because a lot of things are happening at the same time. The things that I did get to do, I really enjoyed. I got to go to the cinema, got to see the 2 stage shows. So I'm really happy that I got to do them. But animation classes, quizzes, other aspects of that I didn't get to do. And I need to have the expectation next time that I'm not going to be able to do everything on the cruise. And if I do want to do something, I need to be there ready well before the event actually starts. Something that I think I did which was really useful was actually, as soon as we were on board, as soon as we had our safety briefing and we went and got some food, we got some drinks, while we were having our food and drink, we actually went through the Disney app and we liked and found events that we were really interested in to find out what was going on and where. It was really useful to do this. We did it on, like I say, straight away as soon as we were on board, and it was like, right, yep, go and enjoy the cruise. When it was our free time, we went and did it. Found it really useful to understand what was going on around the cruise and where things would be. The cinema times we got to have a look at, the show times, we knew what we wanted to do. I knew I wanted to see Jungle Cruise. I knew I wanted to see the 2 stage shows. So then I was able to work around what could I do around that. So definitely next time I do my cruise, I'm going to get on board, have the safety briefing, have some food and drink, sit down and just go through what is available on my cruise. So that is definitely something I will do next time. Number 4 on things that I would do differently is I would try and do more food and take a refillable cup with me. This again ties into having a longer trip, but we missed out on going to Lumiere's for dinner, so we didn't get to see that, and we also missed out on Rapunzel's Royal Table because of how short the trip was. If we do a 3-night trip, we would have been able to eat at the 3 different restaurants, and we'd be able to enjoy all 3 of them. But because we did the special dining, and because we only had 2 nights, we only really did Animator's Palette. And yeah, I think next time I'll probably make sure that it's a longer trip so I can do more food. Didn't do Cabanas, which I'm disappointed in. I missed out on Cabanas because on the second day we went to go and see Jungle Cruise. I could have gone to Cabanas just before I'd gone to Jungle Cruise, but then it wasn't 100% certain if I'd actually get into the cinema. And by the time that the film had finished, Cabanas had already shut. So I did miss out on going to Cabanas, so that's something I would want to do next time. There was a lot of food choices, a lot of options available, and I didn't get to enjoy all of it. So next time I'm on a cruise, and hopefully it'll be a longer cruise, I'll get to enjoy as much dining as I can enjoy. One of the tips that I've heard by people is taking a refillable cup with me. And this was a great idea because the cups, the soft drink situation, you could have a soft drink, it was free to have, it was easy to do. You just went up, asked for your drink, and they gave it to you in a little paper cup. Having a refillable cup was a much better idea. I saw people around the cruise using it. I've got refillable cups from previous trips to Disney World, and I probably should have packed them and thought about it. But definitely on my next cruise, if I don't take a refillable cup, I'm definitely going to probably buy one so that I can have a longer drink and just be able to carry it around with me in a better situation. So there was one comment that I will probably do next time by Dennis Algares. I'm sorry about the pronunciation there. And they recommended that I order as much food as I would like while in the dining rooms. The cast members are going to look after me. They'll make sure that the service is brilliant. And I wasn't aware of this, and I am now. So on my next Disney cruise, that is something I will definitely do differently. So I'm going to try as much food as possible, try the different restaurants, and probably order more while I'm there. Something that I definitely think I did correctly was talking to the staff. We spoke to staff if we were unsure about anything, and it was cleared up. One thing that we weren't sure of was money was already coming out of the account and we weren't expecting it. We went to speak to a cast member and they fully explained it, and it was something that was normal, and we were like, okay, that's fine. Took the relief off our shoulders. We could just carry on enjoying the trip. We spoke to cast members about what time was best to go swimming, about using the slides, and it was just nice to talk to some of the cast members, get some advice. But on a counterpoint, something that I will do differently next time is get to talk to the staff more. Because I only went to one dining room, I only got to meet my server once or twice, and it was disappointing. I didn't get a chance to get to know them. Again, a longer trip, more chances to talk to them, get to know them. But next time I will definitely try and get to know the staff a bit more, get familiar with familiar faces, chat to them, get to know them, speak to them, and build a relationship. And that's something that I will definitely try and do on my next cruise. But if I ever get stuck with anything, I'm never going to stop and try and ponder about it. I'm going to talk to the cast members because they are very knowledgeable and they're going to help as much as they can. My next thing that I would do differently as well, again, ties into the longer cruise, and that is try more entertainment, especially in the adult areas. We didn't go to the bars and pubs. We did one night, we spent a couple of hours in that area, but we didn't really do enough. The food smelled absolutely amazing in the Irish pub, but we didn't get to enjoy as much as we can. We really would have loved to have enjoyed a show in Keys. We really enjoyed the nightclub sort of entertainment, but it definitely wasn't enough. Again, longer trip, might be able to enjoy more, but next time I'm on a Disney cruise, I'm going to make sure that I take time out of the schedule to enjoy those adulty bars, clubs, pubs areas and enjoy more entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, something that I would definitely do the same is actually not staying still for very long. While we did actually spend time at the poolside and the hot tubs and doing the slides, we didn't spend very long. We spent an hour and a half, 2 hours in that pool area. We then moved around, we found something else to do. And because of that, we got to have photo opportunities with the Marvel superheroes, with Disney princesses, with Mickey and the gang. So because we were moving around, because we were exploring the ship and we didn't stay too long in one area, we actually got to have quite a few unique experiences and entertainment because of it. So that is definitely something I will do on my next cruise. I'll make sure that I'm moving around, try and bump into characters, see where they're meeting, and just have those photo opportunities. And finally, something that I will do differently on my next cruise is actually book my next cruise. On the last day, there was a lot of promotion about booking the next cruise. You get a discount off, and while you're on board, you can get that discounted rate. And because we enjoyed the Disney Magicking so much, we kind of regret not actually booking our next cruise with that discounted rate. It's something that we really enjoyed doing, and probably will do again in the future if it's a staycation. But some of the ones that we've been looking at recently is like looking at the Norwegian Fords and having a Disney cruise up to that area. So again, it's ticking off my list by saying it's going to be a longer trip, so then hopefully we'd be able to do a lot more. But it's something that I was unsure of at the time. I was like, not really got the money. We've just gone and spent all of our money on this cruise and on some of the merchandise we bought and some of the food we got. So we haven't really got the money to book a next cruise. But you can make a deposit, you can make a contribution to it, but all you are doing is booking it. You can cancel. From what I was reading online on Facebook and things, people were saying that they booked their discounted rate cruise, but then changed their mind once they got home and cancelled it. So I think next time I'm on a cruise and they do offer an opportunity to book my next cruise, so that would be my cruise after that, I probably would take that opportunity to book. If it does happen or not is another matter, but just having that booked and know that that's happening, it sort of gets rid of that Disney blues as well. Definitely had a bit of a Disney blues after the cruise, and it's one of those things where you come back home after Disney World, Disneyland, after the Disney cruise, and you're like, oh, wish I was back there. And having something booked ready and knowing it's there really helps with that. That is a list of things that I will do differently. Having things ready before I board, going on a longer trips, therefore I can try more food, see more entertainment, get to talk to the staff more, turn up earlier to the events if it's really busy, and book my next cruise if I'm on board. But I'll definitely keep things the same. Talking to the staff if I've got any queries, if I see something in the shops, getting it there and then, having a battery pack with me, and just generally going for a wander around the ship, making sure I explore as much as I can. Did you guys do any of the UK staycations? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe not the UK staycations. Maybe you've done another Disney cruise. Let me know in the comments below. Any recommendations that I've missed that would help me on my next Disney cruise that I should learn and need to do next time? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe and all that YouTube stuff. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, they are all there, all the social medias. Follow, like, whatever you want to do, that's fine. Let me know in the comments below if you have got any cruises coming up that you are looking forward to. Thanks for watching and see you real soon.